Welcome dear student and Jai Swaminarayan. In the previous class, we were discussed about what are the different equation of the motion, and we were derived a first equation of motion, that is the velocity time relation. So in the previous class, we were derived a velocity time relation using a graphical method. Dear student, in this video we will derive a second equation of the motion, that is called the equation of position time relation. So let us see how we can derive a equation of position time relation. So what is the equation of position time relation? The equation of position time relation, S is equal to ut plus 1 half at square, where S is the distance travelled by the object or the magnitude of the displacement. U is the initial velocity of the object, A is the constant acceleration, and T is a time. So dear student, to derive a position time relation, let us consider a velocity time graph for the uniform accelerated motion. The graph is same as which we had taken in a previous equation, right? जो पहले इक्वेशन में हमने ग्राफ लिया था वही ग्राफ है. So in this, to derive this equation, right, we use the second use of the velocity time relation. What is the one use of the velocity time relation? From the velocity time relation, we can calculate the distance traveled by the object in any time interval, right? So how we can calculate the distance traveled by the object from the velocity time graph? So the area covered by the velocity time graph on the time axis give us the distance traveled by the object. So with the help of this use of the velocity time graph, right, we can calculate or we derive a distance traveled by the object in a time interval t. S is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. Here the initial velocity of the object is u and the final velocity of the object is v. So dear student, consider a velocity time graph for a body moving with the uniform acceleration a, travel a distance s in a time t, right? So dear student, let us consider that the velocity time graph is increasing value with the increasing slope. So it has a constant acceleration, right? So consider a body moving with the constant acceleration. This body travels a distance s in a time interval t. So how we can calculate the distance traveled by the body between point A and point B, right? Or how we can calculate the distance traveled by the body from the velocity time graph? So the area covered by the velocity time graph on the time axis give us the distance traveled by the object in a time interval t. So the distance traveled by the object in a time t is given by S is equal to area of O A B C. So this shape is called the trapezium, right? So we need to find the area of trapezoid, right? So how we can calculate this area? We understand in the velocity time graph. First we need to calculate the area of triangle ABD and the area of rectangle OADC. So the area of OABC we calculate by area of rectangle OADC, right, this area, plus area of triangle ABD, right. So how we can calculate the area of rectangle? You know, to calculate the area of rectangle, we require a length and width, right? So length multiplied by width, we get the area of rectangle. So here the length of the rectangle is a OC and width of the rectangle we taking a CD or OA. Length we taking a OC or AD, right? So the area of rectangle OABC is equal to OA, that is the width of the rectangle, multiply by OC, that is the length of the rectangle, right? Plus how we can calculate the area of triangle ABD? Here you can see that the triangle ABD is a right angle triangle and the area of right angle triangle is calculated by 1/2 into the base into the height. So to calculate the area of this triangle ABD, right, 1/2 base of the triangle is AD multiply by height of the triangle is BD, or we take a AE, right. So now from this graph OA is equal to U minus 0, that we get the U. So OA is equal to we taking a U. OC or AD, OC or AD both are same, that is a T minus 0, we take a T. Now what is the value of BD, height of the triangle, BD or EA, right? So EA means final velocity V minus initial velocity U. So from the graph we can take BD is equal to V minus U. Now from the first equation you know that V minus U is equal to A into T. राइट सो पहले इक्वेशन में हमने डिराइव किया था कि v माइनस यू इज इक्वल टू ए टी, सो वी टेक अ वैल्यू ऑफ बी डी इज इक्वल टू ए इंटू टी, राइट. So putting this value in the equation, this equation, we get the distance traveled by the object in a time interval t, s is equal to OA, we put a u multiply by OC is equal to t plus 1/2 AD, we can put a t multiply by BD is equal to AT. So here t into AT, that means AT square. So we get the relation, position time relation, S is equal to UT plus 1/2 AT square. So dear student, this equation is also called the distance time relation, right? So understand dear student how we can derive the position time relation or distance time relation using graphical method. So एक बार हम रिवाइज कर लेते हैं. पोजीशन टाइम रिलेशन और डिस्टेंस टाइम रिलेशन क्या है? S is equal to UT plus 1/2 AT square. So to derive a position time relation, consider a graph of velocity time graph for the uniform accelerated motion. So first of all, Draw a velocity time graph for the uniform acceleration motion. On the x-axis, we take a time, and on the y-axis, we take a velocity. And draw a velocity time graph for the uniform accelerated motion, starting with the some initial velocity u and the final velocity v. So पहले हम ग्राफ ड्रॉ करेंगे, वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ ड्रॉ करेंगे किसके लिए? यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेटेड मोशन, दैट मीन्स अ कांस्टेंट एक्सेलरेशन मोशन, एंड टेक अ डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल बाय द वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ इज अ एस. सो वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ पे से हम डिस्टेंस कैसे कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं? What is the use of the velocity time graph? To calculate the distance, right? So the area covered by the velocity time graph give us the distance traveled by the object. એટલે डिस्टेंस का इक्वेशन फाइंड करने के लिए हमको क्या फाइंड करना है? ये शेडेड एरिया है उसका कैलकुलेशन हमको करना है, राइट? सो डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल बाय द ऑब्जेक्ट इन अ टाइम इंटरवल टी. डिस्टेंस की फॉर्मूला क्या होगी? डिस्टेंस एस इज इक्वल टू एरिया ऑफ ओ ए बी सी, एरिया ऑफ ओ ए बी सी, एंड दिस शेप इज कॉल्ड द ट्रेपेजियम, राइट? ट्रेपेजियम का एरिया हमें फाइंड करना पड़ेगा. तो हम ट्रेपेजियम का एरिया कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? तो उसकी कोई डायरेक्टली फॉर्मूला है नहीं. तो कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? तो पहले हम इस रेक्टेंगल का एरिया फाइंड करेंगे, राइट? इतना. उसके बाद हम इस ट्रायंगल का एरिया फाइंड करेंगे और उसका एडिशन कर देंगे तो हमको टोटल एरिया मिल जाएगा. सो व्हाट इज द एरिया ऑफ रेक्टेंगल ओ ए डी सी, राइट? सो एरिया ऑफ रेक्टेंगल ओ ए डी सी कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं? इट इज द लेंथ मल्टीप्लाई बाय ब्रेथ. सो लेंथ यहाँ पे है ओ ए और ब्रेथ है ओ सी, और वी टेक ए डी, right? So OA multiplied by OC, we get a area of rectangle OADC, right? Plus area of triangle. So यहाँ पे ट्राइंगल कैसा है? राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल है. और व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला टू कैलकुलेट द एरिया ऑफ राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल? एरिया ऑफ राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल is equal to 1/2 into the base into the height. So we take a 1/2 into बेस. बेस क्या है यहाँ पे? ए डी. और हाइट क्या है? बी डी. और वी टेक अ ए ई ऑल्सो, राइट? सो फ्रॉम दिस ग्राफ वी टेक अ ओ ए इज इक्वल टू यू. ओ से ए का डिस्टेंस क्या है? यू जितना है, राइट? वी टेक अ ओ सी और ए डी. वी टेक अ ओ सी और ए डी. ओ सी का डिस्टेंस क्या है और ए डी का डिस्टेंस सेम ही होगा. ओ सी का डिस्टेंस एंड ए डी का डिस्टेंस कितना लेंगे हम? टी है, राइट? एंड बी डी. सो बी डी का डिस्टेंस दैट मीन्स द हाइट ऑफ द ट्राइंगल. बी डी इज इक्वल टू वी माइनस यू. बट फ्रॉम फर्स्ट इक्वेशन, पहले इक्वेशन में हमने डिराइव किया था कि v minus u is equal to a into t, right? So instead of this bd we put a into t. So we get the equation of position time relation. S is equal to oa is equal to u multiplied by oc is equal to t, right? So u into t plus 1/2 ad is equal to t and bd is equal to a into t. So from this we get the position time relation, that is a s is equal to ut plus 1/2 at square. So this equation is called the position time equation for the uniform acceleration motion or position time equation for the constant accelerated motion. So dear student, understand about how we can derive the position time relation or distance time relation for the uniform acceleration motion for the constant acceleration motion, right? In the next class, we will derive a third important equation of motion, right? So keep watching my video.